Customer value mapping is a qualitative approach that looks at the perceived value of a product or service from the customer's perspective. As businesses increasingly adopt a customer-centric focus, they realize that simply understanding what customers want isn't always enough. To create precious customer experiences, companies need to go deeper and understand what makes customers tick. What motivates them? What are their aspirations? What are their fears and concerns? Only by understanding the underlying psychological factors that influence customer behavior can businesses genuinely hope to create experiences that exceed customers' expectations. Customer value mapping is essential in product development, as it allows businesses to assess what potential customers value in a product or service. By understanding customer needs and desires, businesses can develop products that are more likely to be successful in the marketplace. Several methods can map customer value, including interviews, focus groups, and surveys. Businesses should choose the method that best suits their needs and resources. Whichever way is used, it is important to ensure that the resulting data is accurate and representative of the target market. Customer value mapping can be used at various stages of product development, from initial concept generation to final marketing and sales strategies. When used early in the process, it can help to generate new ideas for products or services that address unmet customer needs. Later, it can be used to fine-tune marketing messages and sales strategies to ensure they align with customer perceptions of value. Customer value mapping is a powerful tool that can help businesses to develop products that are more likely to succeed in the marketplace. By understanding what potential customers value, businesses can create products and services that meet those needs and desires. To price a product or service effectively, it is important to understand the perceived value from the customer's perspective. Customer value mapping is a qualitative approach that looks at the perceived value of a product or service from the customer's perspective. This can be done through interviews, focus groups, or surveys. Once the data is collected, it can be analyzed to identify trends and patterns in customer perceptions. This information can then be used to price products and services to meet customer expectations. In marketing communications, the process involves mapping the customer journey and identifying the key touchpoints where value is created or destroyed. Customer value mapping can be used to 1. Identify areas of improvement in the customer experience. 2. Develop marketing messages and campaigns that resonate with customers. 3. Create customer personas. Customer value mapping can be a powerful tool for understanding what motivates customers and how to create more value for them. There are several advantages to using customer value mapping to understand customer perceptions. 1. Provides a way to understand customer perceptions deeper than traditional surveys. This is because it uses open-ended questions and probes beneath the surface to understand the root cause of customer perceptions. 2. Can generate new insights and perspectives that may have been previously hidden. This is because it uses a combination of both qualitative and quantitative data collection methods. This allows for a more comprehensive understanding of customer perceptions. 3. Can help to identify unarticulated needs and wants. This is because it uses techniques such as laddering, which probes beneath the surface to understand the true motivators behind customer perceptions. 4. Can help to improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. 5. Is a flexible tool that can be adapted to different situations and contexts. It can be used in various settings, including product development, market research, and service improvement. Creating a customer value map is a way to understand what your customers see as the value in your product or service. This approach can be used for both existing and new products or services. To create a customer value map, you'll need to gather data from your customers through surveys, interviews, or focus groups. Once you have this data, you can begin to create a map that outlines the perceived value of your offering. The first step is to identify your customers' different dimensions of value. These could include quality, price, convenience, or customer service. Once you've identified these dimensions, you can start mapping out how assorted products or services compare. For example, you might rate your product as higher quality but more expensive than the competition. Once you have a general understanding of how your product or service is perceived in relation to others on the market, you can start to think about ways to improve the perceived value. This might involve making changes to the product itself, altering the pricing structure, or improving customer service levels. Improvements in these areas can make your product or service more attractive to potential customers. When mapping out the perceived value of a product or service from the customer's perspective, there are a few best practices to keep in mind. Most importantly, it's important to take a qualitative approach. This means looking at things like customer satisfaction and loyalty rather than simply looking at sales numbers. Additionally, it's important to consider the entire customer journey when mapping out value. This means thinking about things like pre-purchase research, the actual purchase process, and post-purchase follow-up. By understanding the complete customer experience, you can more accurately identify pain points and areas where value could be increased. Finally, it's also important to consider both tangible and intangible benefits when mapping out customer value. Things like product quality and customer service are obviously important, but don't forget about things like convenience and ease of use as well. Customers often consider a wide range of factors when it comes to perceived value. By keeping these best practices in mind, you can ensure that you're accurately mapping out the perceived value of your product or service from the customer's perspective. Learn more at business901.com.